everyone. So Todd and I are hiking in the Wallowa Mountains today. We're doing Ice Lake Trail, which is about 15 miles round trip. So it's gonna be a long day, but I'm excited to take you guys with us. So the first part of this trail, from reading online, is pretty shaded, so that'll be nice. But then I read that a good portion of the rest of the trail is in the sun. So we're probably about 2 miles in. So far the terrain has been sandy and rocky. For the first part of the trail, it's been pretty shady, but I heard that as you go on, it's in the sun for most of the way, so we're just kind of enjoying the shade right now. You too. Hi. Hi.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hello.
Hi.
You guys are working hard there.
Thanks. So I think we're starting the part where we're gonna be in the sun for a very long time. But we brought lots of water and Gatorade with us, so should be fine. Come to another fork in the road. We're gonna guess up and see how that goes. So right here you can see all these burnt trees, so there's definitely a fire here at some point. This is such a pretty hike. It's super long and a gradual uphill, but it is so worth it for these views. So we just stopped for some water. Right now we're doing some switchbacks, so it's a little bit tiring, but it's been fun. Todd, how are you feeling?
Good.
Good. So we're thinking that we need to go right there. So a lot left to climb, but we hear some water, and so we think that's where the lake is. And now we gotta walk up all these rocks. So we just stopped to take a little break and get some water, and I have a water bottle that has like the straw attachment, and I had been drinking Gatorade up until that point, so I just opened my water, and because of the altitude change, it literally squirted out and got me all wet. So we're currently on our second set of switchbacks on this hike. The first two haven't been too bad, but apparently the last set are pretty tough. On the map, it's just like these crazy zigzags, so should be interesting to see how we handle it. Okay, so we are starting the last set of switchbacks, which will probably be the hardest. Todd's kind of struggling. He won't look at me.
It's the smoke.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that's it. But once we are done with these switchbacks, we should be almost there. So we're about 3.5 hours into our hike. I read online it takes about 4. We're probably a little bit slower, so it might take us a bit longer, but we're getting there. So we finally made it to Ice Lake. It was really, really long, pretty uphill, but this view is worth it. So we stopped to eat some lunch, take a little break, and right now I'm soaking my feet in the water. Feels great. It's super cold, but the water is super clear, which is crazy. So we ate lunch, relaxed for a little bit, and now we're gonna head back down. So hopefully it'll take us a little bit less time because it'll be downhill. So we're heading back down now. So a few things that I wanted to give a little bit more information about was the length of this trail. So it's about 15.5 miles round trip. It was about a 3,300 foot elevation gain. And when I had done some research on this trail, it had said that a majority of it was in the sun. And while a lot of it is in the sun for sure, and you should wear sunscreen, it actually wasn't too bad. Todd's snacking over there. I think this is definitely one of the prettiest hikes I've ever been on. Just the mountains and the wildflowers and hiking up to the lake. There's just a lot to see on this hike. It's all pretty incredible. And we gotta cross this again. I think that for this hike, going downhill is definitely way easier. There are definitely some hikes where it's actually a little bit harder to go downhill, but this one was just a gradual climb uphill, and so it's a pretty steady downhill. It's not too steep or anything. Hey everyone, so it's actually the next day. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the Ice Lake Trail hike, since we just kind of had to rush down to the bottom to make sure we could make dinner, so I didn't get to film a whole lot. But it ended up being about 15.5 miles round trip with a 3,300 foot elevation change. This was one of my favorite hikes that I've ever done. I feel like with a lot of long hikes, they get hard because you're just working toward a view at the top with not a lot to see along the way. Well, this hike had a river, waterfalls, mountain views, so it really kept things interesting along the way. And I think the most challenging thing about it was the distance and the elevation change. It wasn't a steep, there weren't any steep hills or anything like that. It was just a gradual incline, but it was a very long day. We were very sore after and really tired, but I would highly recommend, if you come to this area, to do the Ice Lake Trail hike. The views at the top are spectacular of the lake, and there's just something really special about working toward such a fantastic view. It's something you can't get to by car. But I think I'm going to end the vlog here. Thank you guys for watching and coming along for the Ice Lake Trail hike.